Welcome back to the channel. This is Mackenzie Kellier, also known as Mother Hummingbird in the internet realms. And in today's video, I wanted to just give a little recap of my first term back in college as a 27-year-old toddler mom. Yeah. So this term has gone by so freaking fast. If you aren't aware or haven't ever been in college before, summer terms are accelerated because they're in a smaller time frame than like a normal term. So a normal term is like 16 weeks, whereas summer is 8. So it's like all of that coursework of 16 weeks kind of like in 8 weeks. So it's pretty accelerated and the workload is a lot, but I feel really good about it. I'm ending my term with straight A's. I mean, it's been a great experience, and it was a really good little chill term to get my bearings and get into a good workflow and a good routine around school. And now that I'm in a good routine about school, fall term is actually starting in 2 weeks. So it's nice. I get a 2-week break and then fall term will be starting. Fall term though is going to be very different. Whereas summer term, I was completely online. Fall term is actually going to be a lot in person at the actual college. And so I'm, trying not to be like too nervous about it because I know that I always rise to the occasion and I always figure it out. So I know it'll be fine, but I'll be making a video kind of on that adjustment from going like completely online to in person. But yeah, my biggest takeaways from this term is just how sometimes I can overcomplicate things in my mind. So like before this term ever started, I was getting a lot of anxiety about going back to college. I mean, I haven't been in college for years and years and years. And so there was a lot of like anxiety like going into it. But now that I'm like in the flow of things, it's honestly not that hard and pretty chill, even with the kid. If you are really good with your habits, and if you guys watched my last video, I talked all about habits. If you have not watched this video yet, watch this video. I ordered the Atomic Habits book off of Barnes & Noble for like $14, and I got the discs and I listened to that as I was going through school, and I was actively applying those habits while I was like actively going to school. And it's really amazing like how many habits have shifted in my life just because of that book that I just showed you guys. So make sure you watch that video if you haven't already, all about habit formation and actually keeping habits that like stick. But yeah, overall I had a really good time. One of my biggest fears too going into it was like, oh, am I gonna know how to access the online portal? Am I gonna figure out how to use it? Am I gonna know how to upload essays? Am I gonna know how to like do those kind of files? Am I gonna remember that stuff from like back when I did it in high school? And guess the fuck what? I figured it out. And that's just kind of like the tea. Like I just need to fully trust myself even more than I already do, because I trust myself a good amount. But I need to trust myself even more in the regards of like, I always figure it out. I always make sure I figure it out. And so that's been kind of like the biggest theme of like going back to school, like with my son, I was like, oh, how am I going to get my homework done? Okay, boom. When he goes down for naps, I can get a large chunk of my stuff done. When he goes to sleep at night, I will stay up an hour after he goes to bed and bust out a bunch of stuff. Or like, for example, today, my partner has my son and I am showing up to work like an hour and a half early. That way I can connect to the Wi-Fi and bust out some assignments before I start work. Like I just find those little nook and crannies in my schedule where I can like hop online, do my stuff, and it works. Like, and I work multiple jobs. I'm a bartender on the weekends. I'm a yoga instructor. I clean houses. Like I do a lot of things. I maintain a full schedule at the gym, like working out. Like I do a lot of stuff. But the way I structure my life, it does not feel that hard. And I just want this video to be a reminder that you are fucking awesome and capable. If this is something that you've been thinking about doing, your habits can shift and change, 1. And 2, you will always figure it out. If you have enough of a will, you will always find a way. And that's just kind of like the theme of this term, I guess. And yeah, make sure to follow me into the next videos coming up soon, because I will be literally physically going to my classes in person, and it's going to look a lot different. So I'm going to bring you along on that journey, but so far so good. School's not that hard. I hyped it up in my mind for so many years, and it's just not as hard as you think it is. And I'm in a pre-nursing program, so like, I didn't pick the easiest undergrad thing to do and career to choose. So like, even if you're not doing nursing, like there's a lot of other like professions that you can go into where the like undergrad area is not so intense. Like I have to take like chemistry and microbiology and anatomy and physiology and like stuff like that, you know. And I'm gonna be taking you guys every step of the way through the whole process. And yeah, so you are capable of fucking anything you want. That sounded weird. And I just hope that you guys truly believe in yourselves. And I know this sounds super fucking corny, but it's so true, because I spent so many years of my life not going after this big head honcho dream that I had like for so long, because I underestimated myself. And so I would like do other things like, oh, real estate, or like do like other subgenres that I chose in the past, because I was like too scared of like the big thing that I really wanted to do. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video inspiring in some kind of way. And if you guys haven't already, like I said, go watch that other video about habit formation. The Atomic Habits book has literally changed my life. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel so that I can continue doing what I'm doing on the trajectory that I'm doing it. And yeah, I gotta go in there now and hop on my laptop and get my last final stuff for this term knocked out. See you in the next one. Bye.